Objective of this session is to learn about what is tuple, how is tuple created, characteristics of a tuple, and operations on tuple. Tuple is a sequence of values. These values can be of different type like list. However, tuples are immutable unlike list. There are different ways to create tuple. Values separated by comma, for example 1, 2, 3, this value separated by comma, this creates a tuple. Or values separated by comma enclosed in parenthesis also creates a tuple. Other way of creating tuple is to use inbuilt function tuple. Operations on tuple. Here is two tuple and then t square bracket 0 index. So it will select the first element. Slicing t square bracket 1 colon 3. So it will select element from this is 0, this is 1, 2. Because third is end index is exclusive, so it will select B and C. Tuple concatenation. This plus operator is used to concatenate tuples. These two tuples are added end to end. Successive concatenation or repetition. This will repeat the tuples element 2 times. These elements are repeated 2 times. Zip is an inbuilt function. It takes 2 or more sequence and returns an iterable of tuples, where each tuple contains one element from the sequence. For example, here is a string which is a sequence of character, and this is a tuple. This is also a sequence, and when we zip A and B and then create a list out of that, we are getting a list of tuples where each tuple contains element from both the sequence. Tuple object dot index value, it returns the index of the value. Here the index of the value is 0, 1, 2. So it is showing the index of the value. Tuple object dot count value, it returns the number of times that particular value occurs in the tuple. Here 2 is repeated only one time, so output is 1. Dictionary and tuple. You can create a list of tuples to initialize a dictionary. For example, here is a list of tuples, and then we give the command dict for dictionary, and it creates a dictionary. The command dictionary item dot items, this method returns the original list of tuples. Now let us move to Python practical session. We are creating a tuple by separating values by comma. We can check whether it is a tuple by giving type of T1. Now we can run this to code. Press F9. So it is showing T1, this variable is a tuple. Now other way of creating tuple is these values, enclose these values under parenthesis. Is 1, 2, 3 separated by comma is placed under parenthesis. It also creates tuple. Now third way of creating tuple from a list, the inbuilt comment function tuple of a list 1, 2, 3. Now to index this tuple, suppose you want to access the last element, indexing is like list indexing. We can use negative indexing. -1 will access the last element. So last element is accessed. Now slicing, under square bracket, suppose we give 1, 2, 3. So it will select 3 is exclusive, it will select 1 and 2 indexed element. Now 0, 1 is 2 and 2, this, that means it 2 and 3 will be selected. Now concatenation of tuple, we can use the plus operator. It is adding these tuples end to end, and the multiplication operator is used for successive concatenation or for repetition. So it is repeated 3 times. Elements are repeated 3 times. Now this zip command we can use. Now we can create 2 tuples or maybe 2 sequence. One sequence is a string A, B, C, and another sequence is, we can make it a list, and third sequence also a string. Now we'll use a zip function. It creates an iterable of tuples. Now zip of T1, T2 and T3, and if you want to see as a list, you have to give the comment list of this zip. So it is, each tuple contains one element from each sequence. Now the method tuple element dot index of, for example, we give 3. Now of course now is T1 is the string, so we can see the index of C, so it should be 2 because the first element is 0, second 1 and third is 2. And tuple count of A is repeated only one time, So the value will be 1. Now let's see how to create dictionary out of tuple. So we are creating a tuple of list of tuples. These are actually key value pairs. Each tuple is a key value pair. X2 will be under code because it is string, and the third tuple is X3 under single quote or double quote, comma 3. Now we'll put all these tuples in a list. Now the command dict, which stands for dictionary of this list of tuples, it will create the dictionary. So we can select all this command and run them. So it has created a dictionary. We can get back the original tuple by giving the command d dot items. So we get back what was the original list of tuples. What have we learned? We have learned about the characteristics of a tuple, how to create a tuple, operations on tuple, and creating dictionary from tuple.